Now, let's talk about so-called negative situations. Bad shit happening. The situations that you hate, the situations that you fear, the situations that you resist. Let's talk about those. You see, we live in a duality. That means negative and positive are building materials. You cannot only have positive only, and you cannot have negative only. Even electricity has a positive and a negative charge. Every battery on the planet works to give you energy because it has polarity, positive and negative. So perhaps it is healthy if you stopped fearing whatever you label as negative and instead recognize it as a building block of reality. And if it is a building block, then it is there for a reason, and it contains useful information, as useful as the positive one. And when you choose to see things that way, you then become free, and you can then take the next step, which is to extract transformative information from the so-called negative situation. Negative situations do not happen in your life to show you that you are a failure of some kind. No, the idea of failure is a conditioned belief system that doesn't reflect the truth of reality. There is no such thing as failure. For you see, situations happen to show you what beliefs you have brought into three-dimensional state, physical reality, as a mirror of your consciousness, as a projection. This system allows consciousness to outpicture and see itself in a particular way that only physical reality can provide. So, when you give yourself permission to stop fighting, fearing, resisting, and escaping so-called negative situations, you become free to see your subconscious beliefs. And the minute you see them, you begin to automatically become free of them. Awareness is automatically transformative. You cannot become aware as long as you are identifying with a situation or trying to escape it. You literally have to be present in the moment to create the space in which you can see clearly. And so, we can say that when something comes up in your consciousness, in your reality, it is coming up to be addressed and to be cleared. In order to clear it, you have to accept it as it is, first and foremost. It is a creation, an embodiment of thought that you have made to fulfill a promise of your own consciousness, based on dictates you inherited or ascribed to, which is to say, based on your beliefs. And beliefs are simply thought forms and concepts that you hold as true. For example, here is an example of how belief works in reality. For example, life is difficult. Let's say that is a belief. The belief that life is difficult creates that very situation in just about everything that the person who holds that belief does. And no amount of hard work will resolve the difficulties experienced by that person until that belief is released. And so, the difficulties faced by that person exist not to screw that person over, but to reflect back to that person the belief that they hold about life. You see, you have been endowed with free will. If you choose to buy into limiting beliefs, the universe supports you exactly that far and no farther. The universe never gives you more than you say you are ready to experience. It is literally at your command. This is the magic of life. What a grand, beautiful system. And so, negative and positive are both construction material. Think of these polarities as evolutionary catalysts. Evolutionary catalysts. That's how you think of polarity. They were created as opposite polarities or opposite forces on purpose, not by accident. Once you realize this, you then clearly see that acceptance, also known as the art of allowing, is the gateway to release and to freedom. When you feel bad or when you experience life in a way you classify as bad, don't resist. Don't take it personally. Don't think that there is something wrong with you. Don't make yourself into the problem so that you can resist it. Acceptance simply means allowing that aspect of life to move through you and simply watching, simply witnessing that movement, that motion. Accepting is what allows you to witness, and witnessing is what allows you to know thyself, and that brings clarity and understanding, and that brings love and transformation, enlightenment. Let's say that again. Accepting is what allows you to witness, and witnessing is what allows you to know thyself, and knowing thyself is what brings clarity and understanding, and clarity and understanding brings love and transformation, enlightenment. Allow yourself to feel whatever you are feeling, to think whatever the voice in your head is saying. Just witness without clinging or resisting, without identifying. When you move into allowance, the art of allowance as it is called, you create space. You become vast. You become whole rather than fragment into the problem. That is the power of allowing. Allowance allows you to be present, to be at oneness with the universe and whatever is happening in the moment, such that what is happening doesn't overpower you anymore. When you resist or cling, whatever is happening becomes your cage, your trap, and whatever is happening then determines your sense of happiness and power or lack thereof.